first heard of support raising, I thought it was a joke. I just thought they were kidding. Like, why, how could you ever raise that much money?
I was excited by the work of CCO, but it really seemed like almost like a necessary evil I just had to do. And pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like a leap of faith. Like, it's just gonna take a lot of trust and like being kind of ready to trust, but at the same time being not knowing how it's gonna happen. It just felt like a big question mark.
Something I was scared of in support raising was offending people, ruining relationships. And that's never happened. Or I've never had people say, "How dare you ask me?" It's always ended in a very encouraging conversation.
I wasn't comfortable with the idea of asking people for money. I had this idea that that's really gonna be a lot of uncomfortable conversations over and over and over.
But you know, the scariest people to reach out to, or I find, are not the people who are farthest from you. It's actually those who you know the best.
Oh, of course.
Those are the hardest ones.
Oh.
It is scary, but you end up being very vulnerable with them about this part of your life that's so central, that's really driving you. And I don't know about you, but I found for my closest friends, after the support visit, whether they've said yes or no, it's put faith on the table. If you're like me, coming out of university, $100 seems like a lot of money. And then CCO comes and says, this is the amount we need you to raise, and it's much more than $100, right? And so as a student, you think, like, that money just doesn't even exist. The solution is to begin letting the Lord surprise you and really break you out of that, that scarcity mindset that you have, and into kind of the abundance of his, his bank account.
It's hard to persevere, but when we do, it changes our life. And that's what needs to happen for us to work with CCO. We have fantastic training and coaching and encouragement to help us along the way.
I remember showing up to that training that was newly brought into our movement, and the experience was so just comprehensive. I remember leaving that week and just feeling so ready to make my first ask of that summer.
Putting myself out there in support raising and seeing the Lord provide certainly affirms my call to CCO, but even more so, it builds my relationship with Him.
I think those people who are afraid to click apply, what they don't know is that actually there's a huge gift they're missing out on.
There's never been a better time to be a CCO missionary.